Forgive me if I'm forgetting something here, but normally you take a medication in order to lessen your risk of disease, not to open up the door for a potential of a higher risk of another, even worse disease. Medication taken by half of Americans raise the risk of cancer years after you stop taking them. Well, that's interesting. Some of the most common medications taken by tens of millions of Americans leave the lasting impact on the body long after a person stops taking them, according to new research. Beta blockers, oh really, commonly prescribed for high blood pressure and heart conditions, were linked to changes in gut bacteria that were detectable even when patients had stopped taking them several years earlier, according to a study by Estonian researchers. The same held true for anti-anxiety medications. Oh, interesting. Part of the benzodiazepine class. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, including Xanax and Valium. Antidepressants had similar carryover effects, as did proton pump inhibitors, medications millions take for acid reflux and heartburn. Okay, so yeah, it looks like all of that stuff, like if you don't want to be on any of this stuff and you don't want to increase your risk of cancer, lose some goddamn weight. It'd be a pretty simple solution here. The microbiome and the body's collection of beneficial bacteria. Yes, its health relies on the diverse population of bacteria to fight disease, absorb nutrients, and regulate immune and metabolic symptoms. It is influenced by everything from diet and lifestyle to the medications a person takes, including common prescription drugs. The new study confirmed that commonly prescribed medications ranging from antibiotics to antidepressants consistently reduce the diversity of gut bacteria, sometimes for years. A less diverse microbiome is linked to a weaker gut bacteria, chronic inflammation, and a compromised immune system. A state of imbalance known as dysbiosis creates a state of chronic inflammation, a weakened immune defense that is a recognized breeding ground for cancer development, specifically colorectal cancer. Oh no, your ass is going to fall out. Dysbiosis creates a gut environment dominated by cancer-promoting bacteria, which can trigger tumor growth. It's not a tumor. Well, in this case, it is a tumor. By stimulating blood vessel formation, uncontrolled cell division, and the evasion of cell death. Man, all of that's terrible. To investigate the long-term effects of medications on gut bacteria, an Estonian study, there we go, genetically analyzed stool samples from 2,509 adults. By revisiting 328 of them 4 years later with new samples and checking their prescription records, they pinpointed the effects of common drugs like acid reflux pills, antidepressants, and anxiety medications. 90% of the 186 medications tested disrupted the gut microbiome, and for many, including antibiotics, antidepressants, and proton pump inhibitors, the effects persisted for over 3 years after the last dose. Holy, that is not an insignificant amount of time. Antibiotics have the most severe and long-lasting impact on the gut microbiome. I think that's been pretty common knowledge for a while, but hey, it just gets driven home right here. A study found that the effects of drugs like azithromycin, and penicillin remained detectable for over 3 years as well. The reduction in bacterial diversity from antibiotics never fully recovered, suggesting the damage is permanent or lasts for many years. So in this very one specific case, all right, but when it comes to your gut microbiome, diversity is in fact our strength. So yes, if you're going to be on medications, I mean, you're kind of rolling the dice. And long story short, if you can look for a natural solution, yeah, go ahead and take that so you aren't awakening another even worse beast. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.